tempered tile and our glass mosaics. Both were developed in collaboration with Aaron Adams, who is kind of a renowned tile designer. And both of these lines are exclusive to Realstone Systems and our partners. So we consider them very, very special. The first one we're going to talk about is our tempered tiles. If you want to pull up the presentation, Raj. And I'm just going to talk about these tiles are either a sandstone or limestone, and they're either glazed with pigment, foiled with pigment, or actual leather. This is real leather. People ask me that all the time. We have 4 different colors in the leather. The reason why it's important that these are natural stone tile is because each tile is going to have its own clefting and movement. So if you were to compare this to a typical porcelain tile or ceramic tile that are just flat, you won't get the same kind of interest on your wall or whatever your application is. We also offer the same tile in several different types of mosaics that you can see here. This is jade. It's one of our most popular. As you can see on the presentation that Grajan just put up, those we're using are typical, this is a 3 by 11.75 tile. These come on a 12 by 12 inch mesh, and we have them in either this herringbone, we have them in these hexagons, and we also have them in a strip version here that you can see. If we go back to our tiles here, these tiles, it's 4 tiles per square foot, 32 tiles per box. These mosaics come 5 pieces per box, like I said, on a 12 by 12 inch mesh. And so they go up really, really easily here. We also have one, this is our only beveled product that we've got. I don't know if you can kind of see the edges. This is our Black Hills Gold. It's an 8 by 4 inch piece. So it gives you kind of that chunky, really unique, interesting look.
Carrie, can you zoom in on that?
Sure. I can also walk around and put it in front of the camera.
Yeah, there you go.
Sides. Beautiful. It's really dramatic. All of these tiles are actually. They also all come with a matching nose trim. So if you have an edge that you need to finish, we definitely have these 5 per box. Easy way to finish off a project there. Let's see. So people ask about the design application on these tiles all the time. It's meant to be an interior product, vertical surfaces, but it's very, very user-friendly. Happy to talk to you about any kind of environment that you want to put it in. We like to keep it away from a direct heat source. It can be used in showers. It can be used on fireplaces. You just have to understand that it has to be kept in an ambient temperature and you should be fine. Another profile that we offer is our special order products here. And you can kind of see this. I'll try to zoom in on it here.
Carrie, let me know when you want me to show the slides from the presentation.
Go ahead, start showing the slides.
Okay, great.
Let's get over to this one here. This is our Azure, and we're showing this one in a, it comes in a 12 by 24. Back here, we also have it behind me. We have it in a 24 by 48. It's next to our glass mosaic. So just look at the light blue one on the right here. And you can see all the movement in it. This one is actually metallic glazed. It's got almost a rose gold with the blue in it. It's definitely one of our more popular products. You want to go to the next one, Crush? Again, here's all of our different colors and different vignettes that we offer. Next. These are the different sizes of the vignettes, 4 by 4 tiles on mesh. Then we have the strips and we have the herringbone. These are the metallic glaze. You can see all our colors in that. We do a lot commercially with this particular type of tile. It is dramatic, but a lot of people really like it because of that. We use it in a lot of restaurants, country clubs, and different things like that. The next one. This is our leather tile. And when I said before, people don't actually believe me when it's leather. I mean, they really don't usually believe me that it's leather. Let me just back out of this here. Pull this up. Comes in 4 colors. We have a nickel, which is a white. We have two different browns, a Corona and a Robusto, and then we have a black leather tile that is called Toro. It also comes with these little accents, leather accents that you can use to kind of stud through your project. I'm gonna go to the next one. This is just how it's made. You can see it's very artisanal product. Everything is hand touched. Go ahead. Next. Different shapes that we can offer you. This is all in the same color tone. More shapes, just with the names. So can you pull up some installation pictures, Gracia? There's one right there. So you can kind of see that although this is an interior product, they use it on the interior, but it's an interior-exterior application. Very dramatic. Some people like to install it vertically. Some people mix it up and do more of a herringbone or an L-shaped. This is jade. It's one of our most popular colors. Very easy to work with. Here it is in a corporate environment. Here it is in a herringbone. That's using a larger one that we offer, the 11.75 by 3. Makes for a really nice, chunky look. If you don't have that much space to use, we would suggest using the 12 by 12 herringbone on a mat. You can see all the movement in these tiles. This is our nickel, which is really fun. It's like a distressed white leather. We do a lot of loft situations, accent walls. It's almost got a little bit of an industrial feel to it. So a lot of designers really like it. Herringbone. All these tiles too are tested for color variations and so that they're not going to fade or yellow out. So that's a definite plus. The install on these tiles is a typical tile install. You do full coverage with a polymodified mortar on the back. You would just use a non-tooth blade to cut it. Most people dry stack these. I think you just saw that in all the pictures. But if you do want to have a grout line, you can definitely do that. We would just suggest using some sort of unsanded grout so it's not to scratch the surface. If you were to do it in a shower environment, I would suggest using a normal grout joint with an epoxy type grout. Here's our sapphire. That's a beautiful blue color. It's got a lot of variation in it. You can kind of see in those pictures it shades in and out. Again, the picture and the shading. So just imagine if you were to try to just do an average blue tile, blue subway tile. It might be beautiful, but you're not going to get the interest you will with these tiles because of the fact that they're so unique. Each tile is like the snowflakes outside, one of a kind. This again talks about heat resistance. And again, I would reiterate that we would use, if you were to do it on a fireplace, just keep it at ambient temperature. You should be fine. Any of your reps can help you if you have any questions regarding some sort of application. Go ahead.
Carrie, so now we're getting into the custom order section, and that kind of wraps this up. We can also go to the website and talk through some of the projects there. I know
why don't you do that?
Really plan ahead of that. Do you want to do custom first?
I touched a little bit on it, but yeah, we can do custom. If you have a certain timeline. Oh, well, the other thing I wanted to do before we get to custom is these tiles, these tempered tiles in all the different sizes and mosaics are stocked here in Troy, Michigan. So it's a unique product that normally something like this, you would have to get on a wait list 12, 16, 18 weeks to have it brought into the United States. It's stocked here. It's ready to go. So if you do have a client that's interested, they can get their project up and running right away, which is exciting when it comes to something like this.
Awesome.
You want to show again, some of these just custom products that we can do. If you have an idea, a design, any sort of inspiration you want to shoot to us, we can send it out. And then we can come back with a timeline for you. If you had a budget, that would be great. We can work with that too. These are these look like the 12 by 24s. Again, these are just people sending us different ideas of what they're looking at, and we send it to the factory and we work with them closely, and we can make your project completely unique, one of a kind. Snake skin. Here you can just see different, some different colors that they offer. We have quite a few colors here in both the pigment and the enamel. This is a nice one here. This is new to Realstone. It is actually a fluted tile with the resin over the front of it. So it's completely smooth. It looks like it's going to be a complete fluted tile, but they actually, it is covered, so it's flat to the touch, so it would be very easy to clean. It comes in a bunch of different colors, and the ones I have in the showroom here are 12 by 24. But again, we can work with you to get the sizes and the colors that you need. But this has generated quite a bit of interest here in Southeast Michigan with a lot of my designers.
All right, I'm going to pull up the website. We have a really great gallery of images, and some of those jobs Carrie worked on personally, so she'll be able to speak to those. Just give me a second here to get organized. All right, I think I got it. Okay, let me just share my screen. Don't you just love it when technology cooperates? Hopefully it's not just on my end. All right, so here, this is actually our Realstone Inspiration Gallery. You can come here at any time and you can filter through all of these different categories. If you're working with a client, this is a great way to get them inspired, to get them figure some things out if they have questions. So feel, this is obviously available at any time. So this is filtered by tempered tiles. Carrie, I'm just going to scroll through here. If you want
so
me
if
to
you
stop
just,
at
if you could just
any.
pause for 1 second, just to point out. So this was a designer who took a look at our tiles and decided to come up with her own pattern and her own color mix. And so you can kind of see it's absolutely stunning when you walk into this space. See the client's name on the back, and then her own, what she decided to do on her application on the wall. You can go ahead and scroll down here. We've had a lot of interest in the blush pink, a lot of bathrooms, a lot of soft installs on that one. To the right, you see the jade. Down to the left, right there, I did work with a designer on that out of Cincinnati. And the good thing about that picture is the wall looks blue in that picture. It's actually a green wall. This bathroom absolutely turned out stunning. They did it with a black and white floor, brass accents, and it's on the cover of our one of our catalogs.
So Carrie, I think one of the things that we talked about, we get a lot of questions about this particular color because the dark green is trending in the design industry right now. And one thing to note, because these tiles are really glossy, they really reflect everything in the environment. So in this bathroom in particular, this product looks really dark because it's reflecting that dark green wall. You can really kind of see the window reflected in here as well. So anything that's in the space, especially directly across from these installations, can tweak the color. So it may look a little bit different in person. So that's something to consider when you're talking to clients about this product.
You can just go scroll down a little bit and we'll look at more. There's an application with the fireplace and a bathroom. To the right, you can just see different, a lot of times they'll mix our products together. So it's not just the tempered, it might be tempered and some stone. Go down further, there's one of our restaurant I wanted to show. You can see on some of these how that one, they to the right with the clocks, they did it vertical in one part of in the office, and if you look at another wall, they did it horizontal. So they're getting the same kind of color with different, really a different texture with the way that the tile is hung. The lower one to the right, the kitchen, just shows a backsplash using our one of our mosaics. To the right, the Ruby, that is a restaurant chain. We do a lot of restaurants in this color, whether they're Asian, Italian, just certain bars that we do because it is so dramatic and fun, and people love to have an Instagram wall behind them. Again, these are just more application pictures. Here you can see on the right where they did the L shape. Oh, we just jumped out of that one.
Sorry.
That's okay, right there with the dining table. They just took and they just set their pattern and they did it that way.
And full disclosure, some of these are renderings and some of them are actual installations. So, okay. Carrie, that pale gold country club project, that is not loaded in this gallery. I think we have it elsewhere. I could try and find that really quick,
okay.
Or we can move on.
We're gonna move on unless anybody has any questions. If you do need to have any inspiration picks sent to you because your clients are considering something, just reach out to us and we can source those for you and get them right over. Because it's for a lot of people, they need to see it in some sort of an image for them to understand how it actually works. So it's hard for some people to just kind of look at this and picture the whole thing on a wall. So we are always available to help you with that.
Okay, is now a good time to take some questions? Yes, yes, it is. All right. Dave has a question. So all the temper tiles come in 12 by 24 or 24 by 48.
The special order. If there's a different size that you needed, you would just reach out to us and we would check and see what we can do.
Okay.
Not sure. I don't know if we could get bigger than a 24 by 48 just for shipping purposes. But I'm not going to say no right off the bat. We'd have to look into that.
The standard size is the subway. So
this is the standard size, right?
Yep, that's right. Okay, tell me more about wet areas and around gas and wood fired fireplaces.
Okay. We'll take the wet area. They can go in wet areas. You just have to make sure that, like, as I said, you need to have a proper grout joint. And you need to use some sort of epoxy grout in there to make sure that nothing gets behind the stone. They're not suitable for steam showers, but you can put them in regular showers. And as far as fireplaces go, we do it all the time. You just have to make sure you treat the tile like it's like a TV where you want to keep it at ambient temperature. So you just want to make sure that, that the heat isn't coming out and billowing up on top. But other than that, they are suitable.
So we see these used a lot around non-heat emitting fireplaces, like electric fireplaces or things like that. Um, is the clear coat fired? It is not. It is a resin. So, which is why these are not intended for fireplaces that emit a lot of heat. Color fading and yellowing in an exterior covered area.
So it's an interior product, and it is resistant to any kind of fading or discoloration.
Okay, 12 by 24 and 24 by 48, are they stocked in Troy?
These are not, they are special order. But we have, the ones that we do have in stock are the subways and the mosaics that we reviewed.
Yeah, no questions are redundant. Somebody asked, sorry if they're redundant. Most of us space out at some point, so thank you for
No, make
redundancy.
sure, because if I glossed over something and didn't explain it, it's great to have a question.
All right. Well, I think that's it for all of our questions, unless somebody else has any other questions you want to pop in there? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hang on, caller. We've got a question coming in. Kathy Schneider. 3 by 12 is the standard size.
It's 3 by 11.75, but yes.
Okay. So there's a question about installation of the edge pieces, which would be the bullnose. Not sure what that question is, but do we have any specific installation instructions for that?
I'm not sure that we do. Just going to be a standard tile install. Something like that. I don't know if you can see this very well. Can't hold it and zoom in at the same time. See if I can see it any better. See how it comes across? It just goes up like this, fit together really nicely. Got it in my office, but it's just a standard install.
Yeah.
They
look
also,
really great.
if you need to have a Schluter or something along those lines, we've done it with that as well. You can finish the edge of as well if you need that.
Okay. So that's it for all the questions. Yep, that was a good answer for that. Carrie, did you want to wrap things up, or do you want to talk about glass?
Well, I'll talk about glass, and then if people have to hop off, we appreciate your time so far. I thought I could get the temper done a little faster, but I will gloss over the glass, and then if it piques anybody's interest or you need any kind of information about it, just reach out to your rep and we can get you, again, any of the information, pricing, or questions that you may have. We can get those answered. So you just want to pull it up. Again, I'm going to kind of go fast through this, guys, because I know how busy everybody is.
Oh, you know what, Carrie? I'm sorry. We did not talk about the merchandising options. So let's do that really quick.
We'll go back there.
Let's share that. Okay. So here we go. So right now through the end of March, we're running a special on our tempered vignettes. This is a really great way to show the product in your showroom. It has a number of pieces that are laid in an offset pattern, mimicking an actual installation. It allows to show the movement of the product, the variations between the pieces, and they're $10 a piece through the end of March. So you can order those. I will be sending this flyer out from this meeting. This orange button here will directly direct you to the order form, or you can reach out to your Realstone support person. We also have other ways to display the product in your showrooms. For those of you that have either our grid racks or other grid racks, the two vignettes sit nicely on top, so that's an option as well. We are playing around with an idea of these rep boards with a handle at the top. They're nice, small size. and can show a number of products on each board. So if you'd like to have these made, you just need to specify what products you'd like on there. We also have these really nice small footprint, very classy looking acrylic displays. These displays come loaded with 6 pieces of product, and they're great for a tabletop or someplace that isn't too obtrusive. And then obviously we have our individual sample pieces. They show the 3 different ways, common ways of laying it out, as well as an installation photo. So they're a really great standalone sample piece. That shows how, how multiple pieces would look together and in an installation. And then finally, excuse me, we have these grid cards that can be placed on either a slat wall that you may have or on a grid rack. They come on a board with a hanging hole in the middle. So those are our merchandising options for the product. And again, through the end of March, we have the vignettes at $10 a piece. Okay, so let's hop into the glass presentation really quick. Hopefully the tech will
do a very broad sweep of this again, but I just wanted to get it out there that we do have these available. If you have a client that has some sort of design that they're willing to that they need to achieve, you would just so they're all on our website. But again, your rep is your best friend when it comes to questions. So I'm going to just pull that up and I'll.
All right.
So as I mentioned when I started, both of these lines that we carry were in collaboration with Erin Adams. And so again, she's just pretty well renowned in the tile world. She does really nice work with colors. She really is an artist and gets in there and really strives to get the colors deep and different. With her, if you want to go to the next one, Gresh, we partnered with Studio MVM in Mexico. You can go to the next one, and they are the studio that, artisans like Francisco Eppins and Diego Rivera used during the muralist movement when they really wanted their tiles to have a depth of color and a uniqueness of range. It's very artisanal. They only have about 80 artisans working there. And they make some absolutely beautiful full color bodied glass mosaics. When I say full color bodied, that matters because a lot of times a glass mosaic will just be painted on the bottom and glass on top. And this goes all the way through and your eye can really pick up that color change. We have 3 different collections, the Trends, the Malta, and the Mineral. The Trends is probably going to give you the most design flexibility. Because it is a paper face, which means there's no bond breakage on the back of it. It can go in pools, it can go in spas, it can go shower floors, walls. So it's really unique in that way. There's 3 different colors to it. Get this off here. Hold on one second. The Bariloche, the Andes, and the Andante. This Andante here is this one here, and because it's paper faced, all you have to do is just turn it, and it can create 2 or 3 different patterns. If you look at the behind the stove here, glass tile is absolutely heat resistant. It's chemical resistant, so it's great for any kind of kitchen, any kind of commercial kitchen or application. It's UV resistant. I mean, it's absolutely a workhorse. You can go to the next one. Bariloche, we do a ton of pools in this because it's such a pretty blue with a little bit of silver, but it shimmers. So this changes color just a little bit. Next one. This is our mineral line. So this is actually a flat glass. The interesting thing about the mineral line, you can go to the next one, guys, is the name of the tile, the limonite, is actually, it's a piece of flat glass. And when they sprinkle the ingredients on top before they fire it in the kiln, it would have some of limonite, an actual mineral mixed into that. And then it's fired up when it's comes out. Every single one of these tiles is hand touched, meaning if they're the small 1x1s, they're hand swirled. These are actually, they take a brush and they kind of hand glaze it. So this comes in strips. It comes in more of a subway type tile, and it comes in 1x1s. This is if you go to one of the application pages, Gresh, we have actual diagrams that show you, and we can provide where it can be used, where it's not appropriate to be used. For instance, the mineral collection, the larger metallics, they cannot be used in a pool because they're on a mesh, and a mesh is the bond breaker. Here's
Sorry, Carrie.
hematite.
So this
Right.
chart at the top shows
Yes.
that it's minuscule, so you guys can't see it, but we do have this documentation on our website, and it can also be sent to you if you need that.
Raja, can you go down to the bottom, the limonite part here, where it's to the left?
I can't
Scroll-
zoom in
Oh, you
if
can't
that's
do
what
that.
you're asking.
So we even
No,
have gone so
sorry.
far with this line as to recommend certain grouts or equivalents of. So this is really well thought out, super easy to use. And I mean, when it comes down to that, you can just decide what color you like, and we've made it really, really easy for you in terms of testing, grouts, application, the whole thing. You want to go to the next one? Trying to keep it hematite. Go ahead. So just more pictures. Jaspilite. This is a fun one. We're going to pause for a second. This is the jaspilite. It looks like an antiqued brass, but it has sort of a little bit of a rose color underneath it. And a lot of my designers like that, because if that was actual antique brass, it would be cold, it could scratch. It's definitely going to have maintenance. So you kind of get the look with this without any of the maintenance. It's really fun. And it's actually a lot warmer than a typical metal would be. You can go to the next one. I'm going fast, guys. So if any you have any questions, just let us know. Again, the application for the mineral. Okay, so this is the Malta collection. This is a really different one. So it comes in the charcoal. It comes in ice. And they're really opalescent is, I guess, the best way to put it. This one here, the ice, is a bit of a chameleon. It's reading flat right now on the screen here, but this will pick up any color you put with it. If you put a blue in the room, it's going to read blue. Pinks, it'll read blue. Green. Pinks, it'll read pink. Green, it'll read green. So it's really kind of fun to play around with. This one is fun. The fern. It reminds me of either a Craftsman or Old Florida, something like that. The colors are so vibrant when they're put together. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I've never seen a tile with this kind of color mix out there. Again, our usage charts, just different images for you. These are also stocked in Michigan. So, and we can also do special orders with this material as well. And I'm looking at this Malta glass with the black here. A lot of designers really just like this. See here, see if I can zoom it in. Just like this matte black because it's really, really soft. You can kind of see it with the iridescence here. It's just this black. You can tell it's glass because there's some veining in it, and you can kind of see a little bit of the cracks. But we've had a few requests for just to have just the flat black tiles, and we can do that. Next. Some more images here. Really is a fun and unique product. This lapis is just the blue. It also has a black matte.
You really can't tell in these pictures, but these are a really nice combination of gloss and matte tiles. I wish that we could show that better, but that's hard to capture. But I think it makes it really interesting overall and unique from other glass tiles out there.
Going. It just breaks down the different, the different profiles and the different sizes of profiles here. Again, all your homework is done down here under the collection, and it gives you the finish and all the pieces per box. Pricing will come from your rep. And there it is again in detail. I know I went through that fast, you guys, but I'm a little bit over our 30 minutes. So please, if there's any questions, let me know, reach out to your rep, reach out to me, Rajna.